What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We got a game versus the Detroit Pistons right now. Up by 2 points, 34-32. Probably looking to pull away a little bit more than this at some point soon, but we haven't touched base since the trade deadline. It was a crazy one at that. Raptors end up being buyers instead of sellers, which I would have never in my life have guessed. But Masai Ujiri definitely feeling like the offers that were out there just were not going to deliver back value. So he sticks with his team, and I'd assume that's a pretty powerful message that he still wants to compete this season. And if you're competing this season, got to take care of business against the Pistons at home. So basically waiting for us to blow the doors open on this one. But welcome in, everyone. Excited to have you guys back here. And drop those predictions in the chat. Curious what you guys are thinking for this game. Scotty, yank it. There we go. Scotty Barnes knocking down a three. Perfect. That is definitely among the things you want to see as a Raptors fan right now. Oh, there we go. Steal by Flynn. There we go. Slam dunk for Siakam. Okay, make that a 39-34 point win. My cool bet sponsored play of the day. I do have Raptors minus 10.5. As long as they win by more than 10 points, we're good. We're good to go. But they should really, really be taking care of business soon. And how we feeling about Jakob Poeltl? I had some people in Discord arguing with me about whether or not that could be a worthwhile acquisition, but we end up making the deal. Decent bit going out the front door for a guy who's going to be a UFA this upcoming off season. With that said, I do think he's going to re-sign. But how are we feeling about the Jakob Poeltl reacquisition for Toronto? Brandon's asking, think we should tank Josh? No, I don't. We already missed that opportunity. If you were to ask me this before trade deadline, I probably would have said yes. At this point, we didn't make the trades to make it make sense. At this point, I want us to win games and compete. Have Masai cleared out some expiring contracts for young assets and players, then yeah, like, different story. But now, I mean, you go out and actually buy a player who's going to be a UFA, you compound the issue. That's telling me you want to compete this season. I mean, the East just got a lot more wide open. The Nets should be going way down in the standings soon. Among a couple other groups that lost some star power. But I think that the East is easier now. Not ridiculously easy, but there's more parity between the two conferences. And clearly Masai didn't get the deals he wanted to move out the expiring deals. So he picks up Jakob Poeltl and decides, nah, we're giving it this season. Gregory's saying, my gut tells me we will feel the pain in next year's draft. Oh, man, don't say that. Giving up a first-round pick as soon as next season is a lot. That's a lot. Brandon Tull says, we are not making the playoffs. I think we could. I'll even pull up. Let me see the best way to do this. At halftime, I'll pull up the standings, and we'll look through it and just kind of analyze where the Raptors, if they go on a run, could fit in. Brandon Tull says, our ceiling at best is a first-round exit. I think I could see us getting to the second round. But does it go beyond that? Probably not. Also, signing Joe Wieskamp to a multi-year deal? That's kind of random, no? I mean, he's a good player, like, can shoot the ball, but that's a little bit random. I guess you can just get rid of it this offseason if you're not interested, but good for the guy. Happy for him. Tristan Phipps saying Joe Weezy. Tom likes the move. I mean, he's a good shooter, right? I just we run our starters so much. fits in under the cap this season. No, no, no. Like, look, I don't think it's the multi-year thing throws me off. But I guess you could always just buy him out or trade him. So it's like whatever, it doesn't matter that much. But it really is just the multi-year thing that throws me off a bit. I'm like, we went from back-to-back 10 days to multiple years on a contract. I don't know the details, but it just sounds weird getting announced. But credit to Tom Moreau for predicting that one. Trey Burks did turn into Steph Curry earlier this game. Jalen Duren's impressive, eh? I know this isn't like a hot take anymore, but a lot of people were big on him coming out of the draft, and he's delivered. Who moved him on draft day? Someone actually drafted him and then traded him to Detroit. I can't remember the team that got his rights at the beginning. Here we go, Jakob Poeltl checking back into the game. Let's go. What up, Lord 2 Senpai? Fred is playing well again. Shout out Alan Tam. Oh, they would actually call Joe Wieskamp Wheezy. That makes sense. Lord 2 Senpai asking, different setup today. Believe it or not, this is the same wall that I always stream in front of. But yes, different setup for the room. Made it a little less like bootleg. I don't know. It's really good now. Repainted it, did a bunch of things in here. Gonna get some stuff put back up on the walls, so it won't be completely naked moving forward. But yeah, a bit of a new setup. Tom Moreau says he can't wait for Yakoloko. Get two big shot blocking bigs out there. Yeah, let's see what happens. That would be that will be interesting to see. I gotta be honest, Christian Koloko, like to me, has been a little bit stagnant. You know, I haven't got as excited to see him recently just because he's had a bit of a rookie regression, I'd say. A little bit, which is normal, but okay, we got a super chat coming in. And it is from Paul Blunt. He's saying, Goody, got to get you out of that interrogation room. Do you need a lawyer? Yes, sir, I need a lawyer right now. They caught on to me for the Riker situation. I'm being inspected right now by the National Guard. They know I've got him in the basement. But thank you so much, Paul. Thank you for the donation. Much appreciated. Hey, German, you got a 70-59 win, 2-2 on the season, 8-12-12 with 3 blocks, 1 steal, and have another game today. That's what I love to hear. I told you, I gave you the assignment. No more of the personal stat lines. I just need to see some dubs, and you got a couple of dubs, so congrats, man. Happy. Raptors fan says Josh prefers his men red-headed. No wonder he dislikes Koloko. Okay. I'm a big Ben fan. Some people consider him redheaded. Are we considering Ben Rogers redheaded? He's kind of got like the super light blonde, but with a tinge of red. I don't know. It's hit or miss. Is Ben redheaded? For the record, I like Koloko too, but I don't know. I mean, like someone pulled the stats from him the past few games. Like he did have a really hot start to the season, and I think's come back to earth a little bit, right? We got some people debating over Ben's hair color. I've heard strawberry blonde thrown around for that hair color. Is strawberry blonde like the hybrid there? Yeah, that's a good point by Tom Moreau. Poeltl is a good member for Coloco, or a good mentor. Sorry, I read that incorrectly. Yeah, definitely. I mean, an experienced big, we didn't have that before. So I'd imagine that would be an amazing teacher for Christian Coloco to learn from, and a defensive minded big, too. I think one of the big differences there between the way Coloco is going to approach defense and the way Jakob does is Jakob definitely he's a shot changer, not as much of a deliberate shot blocker. Of course, he'll get up there, but even if he's like blocking 1 to 2 shots a game, he's changing like 3 to 5. So that's more the way I think he has a big impact on defense. And Coloco, we know he'll go up and actually hunt down the ball. He's got that kind of range and size. But either way, you're going to learn a lot from playing under Jakob, and I'm excited for that pairing. Yeah, Tom Moreau saying Coloco more the blocker, but both can change shots. Exactly, exactly. Now positionally, Jakob Poeltl is rock solid too. I love watching an actual pick and roll guy on our offense. It's great, and I even saw him setting some off ball screens there to get Freddie freed up for a corner three earlier. That's perfect. Oh man, Isaiah Stewart knocks down the three. Ooh, kind of a risky pass by Barnes, but retrieved by Fred Van Vliet. Delano Banton on the court. Let's see what he gets up to. There we go. Nice shot made there by Banton. Apparently, the Spurs were massively interested in him. Nothing happening there, but that was the report. The Spurs were really looking to build a package around Banton in order to get Jakob traded, but we ended up finding something a little different. All right, Fred gets it right there. Poeltl. Oh man, that floater's automatic. He's got that thing dialed in. Amazing. Jakob gets the post touch and score there. Good to see Corey Joseph back in Toronto. He was a good Raptor. Honestly, a really good Raptor. I think right now we could really use someone like Corey Joseph to come off the bench as a really formidable second point guard. I'm personally a little bit of a Malachi Flynn fan. I think everyone knows that, but of course, Corey Joseph would be a way bigger upgrade coming off the bench for us. Raptors fans saying, I bet Ben is positionally rock solid. He is like, okay, I've played hoops with Ben before. He is just like the ultimate floor general type. He's a good 3 point shooter as well, but he's just super smart. Like he's not making mistakes. He doesn't turn the ball over. Even if he's not scoring, like he's still going to be a net positive. There's actually a hoops mixtape out there for Ben. You guys should go search it up right now. He gets some good 3 point shots there. But no, he's really good. Bro, Raptors fan in the chat, always trying to cook. Always trying to cook. Hey, appreciate you tuning into the live stream regardless. Give me a Voldemort comparison. That's cold, bro. That's cold. I think I'd even prefer Hagrid, but I'll take what I can get. And Germán says, I'm better at ball than Ben. Hot take. That is a hot take, man. Ben's good. He's good. We will get that lined up at one point. Got Barnes out there on the perimeter feeding Yak in the middle. All right, he's fouled by Killian Hayes. Raptors fan, do you go into the oh my god. Holy chat unhinged right now. Go ask Ben. He'll give you all the answers to that. Brandon Tall says, I'll cook Ben with his 5'8" short frame. Nah, he's good, man. He's shifty. He's shifty. Trust me. Guys actually played like organized hoops for a long time. He's a good player. Look at Dwayne Casey. I wonder how much longer he's going to coach in Detroit for. What do you guys think? He is good at developing young talent, but I'm just curious when that's going to, because he hasn't had the best record with Detroit ever. Like, it's been a rebuild since he got there. Not to say that's all his fault. Like, I definitely don't think it is, but I wonder if he's going to still remain the head of the Pistons coaching staff like into the next few years, or if that's going to likely change up. I'm personally a big Dwayne Casey fan. I think everyone is. Precious. That's a tough miss. That's a tough miss. Killian Hayes with it. Over there to Isaiah Stewart. Okay, Isaiah Stewart is one of the scarier dudes in the league. I got to give him some credit. Like, in terms of tough dudes, gym rat guys, like, he is probably on the list of the last people you'd want to mess with in the NBA. Shout out to LeBron. Got chased around by him on the court last year. But yeah, I always say like OG Anunoby, Precious Achua, like those guys are weight room, don't mess with them kind of dudes. I would classify Isaiah Stewart in that same conversation. There we go. Fred VanVleet with another J. 18 points for him so far. Good to see Fred turning it around a bit. Lord 2 Senpai saying Isaiah Stewart would do well in the NFL. He would, man. He's built like a linebacker. He could even play defensive end probably. Oh, out of bounds off Toronto apparently. Okay, Pistons getting possession right back. So tie game right now at 46 apiece. Not what you want to see. German's asking, Josh, is Ben better than you at ball? Yeah, yeah, skill wise for sure. I actually think that if we were to play a game, I could probably get him in one on one like once or twice out of 5 times. But no, overall, Ben's a better ball player. But no, I'm not bad. I usually play like 3 to 4 times a week for a long time at LA, which obviously is not the highest quality of basketball, but it's also not low. Like there's some guys there that really do play and work hard. It's fun. Oh, Scotty Barnes misses the free throw. Game stays all tied up. Tom Moreau saying this would never happen, but I'd be okay with Trent and OG anchoring a bench mob while we go with big. While we go big with our starters. That's an interesting thought. You're right to say it'd be a really hard sell. Um, it'd be a really hard sell. Interesting thought. It is. It's hilarious too when there's situations where you're like strategically, I think this could just work so much better, but morale wise, it could like really hurt the way this group operates together. And I do think that would probably happen. Plus, we got to pay Gary this off season, and if he's coming off the bench, like a whole bunch of crap, a whole bunch of crap. What do you guys think the chances are of us being able to sign Gary Trent Jr. this offseason? Let me know. What do you think it is? What a mess with the Gary Payton trade. Like, absolute mess. Start to finish, bad. Good defense there by Pascal. Oh, man, that's a soft call. Jakob Poeltl called contesting a three there by Bogdanovich. All right, there we go. Raptors get the ball back. Let's see what we can do here. 51 to 47, down by a couple possessions towards half. This is not what we're looking for at all. Like how the heartbreaking loss against Utah too, right after trade deadline. You'd think we'd be fired up. Siakam with the unfortunate air ball there gets thrown the length of the floor to Killian Hayes, who's pressured by Scotty Barnes. Hayes cross court, Bogdanovich misses that. Oh, good job. Scotty Barnes saves the rebound to Fred VanVleet. Fred. Scotty for three. There we go. Beautiful. Scotty's shooting well tonight. Good defense by Jakob Poeltl, but they're calling a kick ball. That's soft. Job by Scotty yanking that three. I hate when they leave him wide open because he can shoot threes. Like, yank it. If they're going to leave you wide open, yank it absolutely all day. Hayes misses the shot. Okay, Raps can pull ahead here. They can go 2 for 1. Go for two. Go 2 for 1. Ooh, okay, there you go. Fred's fouled, so we did go 2 for 1. He'll be shooting a couple at the free throw line. McLovin in the chat asking if Wieskamp's got in any minutes yet. I don't think he has. Yeah, I don't think Wieskamp has. No, not yet. Oh, check out the suit on Gary. Wow. Okay, I haven't. Dude, normally when the NBA players get hurt, they're wearing street clothes on the side, which is like fine, but full blown suit. I like it. I think it's a good way to change it up. Percy saying, makes me sick to watch the Raptors right now. What were you guys thinking at trade deadline when Masai was making no moves? Like, how upset were you? I was just so confused. Like, how can we have this many expiring contracts and decide we're going to add to that issue rather than help it at trade deadline? And now there's nothing we can do. We also can't really effectively tank with this many good players on the team. Not that I'm thinking that was like, the be all end all for the season. I don't know, man. There is such mixed emotions on this team right now. Absolutely mixed. And yeah, Germán saying I was confused. Brandon Tell saying, oh, but I thought we were a playoff team, Josh. Haha. Yeah, well, I mean, we still might be, honestly. I don't know how much you care about being an 8 seed or a 7 seed, but to say that's completely out of the options right now, with the Raptors also getting a bit better with Jakob Poeltl, like it could. I'm assuming that that's Masai Ujiri's goal now is to at least squeak them into the playoffs. What you want to do is like an 8 or a 7 seed. I don't know, but I think at this point he wants them to at least go to the postseason and compete. Compared to what could have been clearing house a little bit, making a bit more like of firm contract decisions. But obviously they were saying they just feel like that's not the time to make long-term decisions at trade deadline. Didn't get the value back. So I'm confused where this is going. I'd imagine, though, it's supposed to be going up, not down. Brandon Tull says, you're delusional, Josh. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but you're dreaming. I'm dreaming that we can get the 8 seed? Look, Brandon, I would agree with you if I was talking about like going to the conference finals or winning a championship. Like that is delusional. But to say we could go to the first round of the playoffs, I think is probably what's like the more likely situation now that Masai has kept the band completely together and added another high level piece. Again, is it worth it? Like, I don't know. I'm not here to argue that. But is it possible that we're going to end up the 8th seed now? I think it's probably likely that we're going to find a way to sneak in. I mean, as it is right now, the season ended today. I think we're in the play-in tournament. Brandon, I agree with you. But the only issue is, like, Masai had an opportunity to make that happen, and he dismissed it completely, which is, like, I thought was ridiculous at the time. Like, I'm with you, Brandon. I thought for sure we were going to tank this season. But when Masai decided he's going to keep all of his expiring contracts and actually add one as well, like at that point, I don't know. I don't really believe we're actually going to tank. Lord 2 Senpai saying, compete for the Patrick Beverly Trophy. Exactly. Exactly. All right, we got another super chat coming in from Paul Blunt. Shout out to him. He's saying, Masai said, don't want to make long term plans at the trade deadline mid season. However, he gave away future picks for a free agent. No sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna take it as the consensus of our chat right now is that we are not happy with the way trade deadline went. But thank you, Paul, for the super chat. Appreciate you giving your 2 cents as well. Yeah, I think clearly a lot of people are confused. Not all good, Brandon. I agree. I wanted to tank, but like Masai was just nah. He's not gonna do it. I don't know. Like, what's it gonna take to want to be a tanking team? Like you're below four. You're 4 games below 500 in the more difficult conference with a player pool of Victor Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson, and a few other really notable names to be in the lottery. Like, if that won't do it, like I don't know what does, but I do give him some trust. I don't know if anyone else has like completely abandoned ship on Masai Ujiri. I know it's looked like him and Bobby's edge has dried up a little bit after the Thad trade, after passing up on Desmond Bain by 1 pick, after a few failed G League projects like in Justin Champagny. We're still waiting on Delano Banton. Like, I get why right now that's easy to question Masai and be like, I think he's lost his edge a little bit, but I'm not going to go that far yet. I actually genuinely still am very happy with Masai Ujiri. I think that he's a human too. He's going to make some miscalculations or things just won't pan out the exact way we were hoping for, but we still have a world-class president. Like, I think that Nick Nurse, and Bobby Webster should go nowhere. And that's something that I'll continue to stand on. Jason saying, we will be fine, guys. Let's see what we have with the full squad. Agreed, agreed. That's why I was so pissed off when we lost to the Jazz. I mean, we didn't have any Anunoby, but still, it's like Masai literally decides to move nobody. Like, you have to feel touched by that. The fact that he was like, nah, I'd rather one more year of this player than assets. Like, saying other teams devalue you guys, you're worth too much, we're keeping the group together. To have that be the reason that no one moved out at trade deadline has to be inspiring to the players, no? And then we come out and lay an egg versus Utah, who, honest, I don't buy it. They're not that good. They're solid, but they're not that good. Like, a really inspired Raptors team missing only one starter should be able to take care of them. So I was disappointed there. I thought the winning streak begins here. It didn't. German asking Josh, what do you think about Pascal getting into the All-Star game? I'm fired up, man. I'm happy. I'm happy he did get into the All-Star game. I'm definitely nothing but positive feelings for Pascal getting in. Dave C is saying, of course we are not happy. We didn't trade a guy who turned down a max deal who will not re-sign in the offseason. And Trent will more likely than not sign either. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. If it really hits the fan this offseason, I think there is a reason to look at Masai really poorly. But like, let's say we do go to the offseason, we have like we get into the playoffs, we go to 7 or maybe even like win a round. Imagine that, like we win a round or something, and then it would be so hard to win a round as an 8 seed. Whatever. Let's say we have a competitive end to the season. We go into the off season and Masai finds a way to like figure out the majority of the contracts, or maybe even does a sign and trade. There's still some room for him to like right the wrongs here. But if we do get to the off season and people start walking for free, and we don't really have much to show for keeping the band together that season, then yeah, I agree that that's when we can start questioning him and being like, you're making big mistakes that are hurting the future of this team. Adventures with Smiles saying the Raptors list is huge of players we've let walk away in free agency. It's not a pretty list. I can attest. Not good. Sherwin saying Raptors Digest, your team overvalues all of its players and undervalue other teams' players. That is call negate in poor faith. I'm not sure I quite understand the statement. Well, I mean, I get what you're trying to say is that, we think we're just, too good, and we don't really subscribe to other players having talent that's going to move the needle as far as opposing GMs think. Maybe. Maybe now, I'll agree this trade deadline was hard to watch, but there were some offers revealed that I know most people ended up hearing and were like, oh, okay, I'm happy Masai said no. And at a certain point, too, like, you are going to want to stand on your business to know that when you set the market for someone, it's a legitimate market. Because if you constantly last minute fall through and you're like, okay, fine, just like I have no leverage here, do the deal, I'll take what you're offering. Whereas Masai's like, I don't care, like I would rather die than take a offer that I think is not too good, which is maybe a bit ignorant, but I do have to say it makes every negotiation he has a little bit more realistic because people know not to play with him. Like people know that if you want a star, like as much as we're upset our stars didn't get moved, other GMs are friggin' livid they couldn't get the deals done because their championship aspirations are now in the middle of this. So I do like the fact that when you talk to Masai, talk serious. Like he's not going to do anything that's a low ball. He's not here to like negotiate. I mean, I'm sure he is a little bit, but part of me does like the fact that he just stood on business and was like, nah, if it's not what I'm asking for, it's not what you're getting. Is there something admirable about that to you guys, or am I the only one that thinks that that was kind of cool? I'm not saying it was the right move to make, but I think it's a consolation of him sticking really to his guns is that they're not going to mess with him. Okay, sure. When I got you now, I got you now. Yeah, negotiate in poor faith. Yeah. You know what? To be fair, too, Sherwin. To be fair, I'm not saying you're incorrect, but most times, like when it comes to ESPN, when it comes to like nationally televised games, like everything, the Raptors are always slept on. Even betting lines. Let's forget this season, but usually, vast majority of the time, the public is always against the Raptors. They're always underestimating the Raptors. And that's not just like it's us versus the world kind of complex. It's like a very real thing where Vegas is always lowballing the Raptors on win totals. ESPN never picks them to feature them in anything. Like it's just not a big enough market or whatever. So I do think to a certain degree, like our players are probably better than what some people might understand. Because if they did understand, we wouldn't be so lowballed and ignored in the major media. Maybe again, like this is all open to any objection. I just find that that's probably what plays into the psyche for Masai is he knows his players get slept on because of where they play, but he's going to stand on their value as assets. If that's what I'm trying to make a point of here. Tom Moreau saying you don't make trades just to make trades. You got to feel like you're improving from it for sure. SGE saying we are heading down a dark path. Spooky. Sherwin saying your players are as good as your record. Exactly. And with the exception of this season, it's been amazing. And look, I know I can't completely ignore this season, but that was where I was trying to explain my point of view from is that our record's always been better than what people have pinned us to do. And again, this isn't me just saying this. This is like, go look it up. Like previous years in particular, almost all the years coming into now, we are slept on by the mass media, by analysts, by Vegas. Like, I mean, you name it. When people look at the NBA as a whole, the Raptors really do get pushed to the side very often, even by professionals. So I agree with you. We are as good as our record, and within the past like few years, we've almost touched 60 wins at times. This team's always gotten disrespected. So I do think it's given Masai a bit of an attitude in trade deals. Yes, right now we're as good as our record. Sure, I'll agree with that. That this team sucks at the moment. I can't figure out why, because the roster still looks nice on paper, but they suck at the moment. I get it. I understand. But I will, my original point here for anyone just tuning in, my original point for anyone just tuning in is that I respect that Masai is not going to be pushed around or put in situations where people assume he has no leverage, or forced to move his hand when he doesn't think it'll help the team. If he feels like he's getting the B side of the deal, then don't do the deal, you know? So that's where it's at. But Sherwin's also saying you can't have 5 starting superstars and have a record like that. Yeah, well, to be fair, I never said we had 5 starting superstars, but we do have 5 good starting players. I know some people consider it a coaching thing. I personally don't, but I agree, Josh. However, there is some truth to the us versus the world complex, which is probably why we do tend to be a bit rousy with our player evaluations. You're right that Raptors fans do this. You're right. You're right. I think I've been pretty realistic about it. I mean, I get bashed for saying that I think Siakam's like Julius Randle. Like for me, I'm like that's a pretty similar player, right? Raptors fans hear me say that, and even though the numbers support it, people are like, "Yo, you're messed up for saying that." I try to be pretty down to earth with the way I look at our team. But you are right that like as a collective fan base, we're Canadians, we're nice people, we love our group. We do tend to inflate some views of our guys. But I don't know. Masai standing on business is something I respect. It's annoying that it couldn't happen. Like I really do wonder which deals he was turning down. Obviously, reports are reports. I'm curious what the deals actually were. But I respect someone who's going to stand on the value they perceive. Okay, we do have another super chat coming in from Tom Moreau. He's saying we have more talent than our record shows, and that falls on Masai and Nick Nurse. I absolutely knew he was going to need to point this out. Um, I knew you were going to point that out. I knew you had to, and maybe fair enough. It's annoying though because Nick Nurse is a good coach. Like we've seen so much more good than we have bad. But I hear you. Like the roster is too good to be at this level. All right, back underway here in the second half. Bogdanovich getting pressured there by Poeltl. That was good perimeter pressure by Jakob, actually. Jaden Ivey gets the bucket. Tank for Wemby's saying, no way you just said Pascal is the same as Randall. You are crazy. I said they're like the same tier of player. Go look at their numbers, man. I'm pretty sure I'll pull them up, actually. I'm curious. I don't think I'm out of pocket saying this, but they're very similar players. Julius Randle stats compared to Pascal Siakam. I think StatMuse should be able to pull this up. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Um. Oh, this is like versus him, like against him. No, I'm looking career wise. Whatever, I can just pull it up individually, I guess, or this should tell me. Um, This isn't a great source either. Actually, this could maybe be decent. Where's points per game? Okay, so Siakam right now is 25 points per game. Julius Randle's 24.7. Where's the assists per game? Siakam's 6.2. Julius Randle's 4.2. Rebounds per game. Julius Randle's at 11. Siakam's at 8. And then Julius Randle's one of the top 3-point shooters in the league, which is impressive. It's a close debate. What I'm saying is I put them in that like similar tier of player, but you can look at the numbers yourself. It's not that crazy of an argument. I'm just trying to point out that I am a bit more sometimes realistic with where I think skill evaluation is on the team. But I do respect Masai shutting down shop when he thinks he's not getting the returning value that's worth it. Lord 2 Senpai asking, you have a Valentine this year? I got a girlfriend. So yes. What about you, Lord 2 Senpai? Sherwin saying Randall is a better low post player. Oh no. Out of bounds off Toronto trying to get the loose ball. Up by 1, it's going to be Pistons ball. Jaden Ivey. Oh, wow. Nice pass there to Duren. Or Duren. Jalen Duren's really good, man. There we go. Barnes. Beautiful pass there to Precious. Getting the dunk. Oh, I like this idea. Balu saying the lawn right would be perfect for the Raptors. Big guard can play D. Imagine we went out and got the lawn right in addition to Jakob Poeltl. We're really trying to put together the old Rap squad. Killian Hayes misses that shot. Killian Hayes is so... I used to think he was going to be decent. He's turned out to be a really bad player, honestly. For how much opportunity he's got in Detroit. I want to say really bad, but like just... He has not grown the way that the Pistons had hoped for, I don't think. If there's Pistons fans in here, you let me know. What's the fan base's take on where Killian Hayes is these days? There we go. Fred knocks down a 3. Perfect. Raps needed a little bit of that. Oh, beautiful. Feeds it to Jakob Poeltl, who gets the finish. I like that. I used the free hand, just a healthy amount there to fend off Isaiah Stewart and get the bucket. A healthy amount. There we go. Rebound for Poeltl. Achua for 3. Ooh, I did not like the way he got that shot off. Way too much weight backward. Oh, good job. Jakob Poeltl halting Isaiah Stewart there with the body and Siakam coming in to get the help defense block. Beautiful. Poeltl's shorts are so low. They go beneath his knees. Like everyone knows it's not like good style, but I respect it. The shorts beneath the knees is wild in today's NBA. Fred misses that 3, rebounded by Hayes. Shot rims out there for Detroit. Siakam has it on the other end. Kicks out to Fred. Back out to Siakam. Let's see it. There we go. Drills a three. Saying you can feel Jakob's presence already. For sure. Just having a center that you can actually anchor around. Also, how hard is it? I'll answer this for you guys. How hard is it to be running zone defense without a rim protector? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know how. I mean, that's one of the reasons the zone's been so, well, to be real, the reason the zone's been so bad for us is teams shooting threes over our heads. But the defensive system is going to be so seamless when you have a rim protector there. Like, think about Marc Gasol. That's a very similar rim protector to what we're getting in Jakob Poeltl. Not a massive shot blocker, but a guy that changes shots all the time when he's in the paint. And I mean, that's what you're getting with Jakob. And think about how good our zone defense was over the 2019 playoffs. Like, Marc Gasol really fit it and anchored it perfectly. And we got that back again. So that would be awesome. That would be awesome to see Jakob help out with, the issues we've had with playing the zone, which apparently is just Nick Nurse's most favorite thing to do. German's asking me who I have winning. He's got the Chiefs. You got the Eagles. I'm on the Chiefs. So German's on Eagles. I'm on Chiefs. Let me know who you're on, guys. I'm going to make a poll for this, actually. It's a good idea. Who is winning Super Bowl LVII? Eagles, Chiefs. Okay. The community has been asked. Let me know who's winning, guys. I'm on the Chiefs. Oh, German, you got the Chiefs? Why did I read that you have the Eagles? I'm bugging out. Hey, Daniel Noel, shout out from Paris. Shout out to you, Daniel. Thanks for tuning in. I was in Paris this year, actually. Lord 2 Senpai saying Rihanna wins. That's a good prediction there. Isaiah Livers. They call a whistle on what? Scotty Barnes? Off-ball foul for what? Scotty Barnes getting the technical. Isaiah Stu and one. Foul by Pascal Siakam, I believe. Brandon Tull saying, I hope Justin Timberlake is on stage with Rihanna. Damn. If you know, you know. Oh no. We got Cherry Reaper Gaming, and he's not talking about, okay, he is talking about Cheeks. I take back what I said, but let me hit a super chat right now quickly for my man. Cherry Reaper Gaming saying, I can't believe Van Vliet is still on my team. I'm actually sick and depressed. I need to watch some Cheeks to relax. Well, man, sit back, go ahead and throw some Cheeks on the TV because Van Vliet is still a Raptor. So I wouldn't advise watching these games right now. Mixed emotions about Fred staying. Obviously, you're pissed. A lot of people are happy. A lot of people just confused with this team in general, don't know what to think. But Fred Van Cheeks is still part of the group. And speaking of which, knocking down a three right there. Okay. He hears the disrespect. Fred Van Vliet, big shot. He's actually had a good game. But thank you, Cherry Reaper. Appreciate the super chat as always. Bogdanovich gets downhill, pulls up, kicks out. Hayes for three. Misses that. Rebounded by Barnes. Ooh. Fred Van Vliet rejected pretty bad by Isaiah Livers there. And then Bogdanovich. Fouled by Scotty. Grimmon, I want you to get 15, 10, and 10 with 2 steals and 2 blocks and a win. And you can get me that stat line. There we go. Scotty Barnes with a really nice move to the rim and gets fouled. Shooting foul on Killian Hayes. All right, Germán, good luck in the game, man. What's Jakob's stat line right now? I gotta go pull that up. He just checked out of the game. All right, Ivy with it. Driving, kicking, shot there for Burks, missed, and Barnes with the rebound. Good job by Scotty Barnes. Working on Jaden Ivey there a little bit. Back-to-back possessions. He's fouled. Not in the act of shooting. I think it's... Oh, no, we're in the bonus. So he should be shooting too, no? Yeah, there we go. He's shooting too. Jakob Poeltl, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. Let's go. Love to see that. How's Barnes doing? So Scotty's got 14, 3, and 2. 1 steal, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls. Still, though, 4 of 4 from the floor and 1 of 3 from three-point range. Or no, sorry, I was reading Siakam there. 4 of 4 from the floor for Barnes, though. 2 of 2 from three-point range. And then 1 steal. Not bad. Not bad at all. First shot is missed there. The free throws are still an issue for Toronto so badly. Tom Moreau says, until there is a legitimate replacement already on the team, I am on Team Freddie. I agree. That's kind of team I feel like I need to be on. Like, who am I going to advocate for on this roster to go and take Fred's minutes? There's no real adequate replacement right now, so I hope he just figures it out. I hope he does. The offseason is going to bring some weird questions, though. Boucher misses the three. Offensive rebound tapped out, though. Raps recover. Okay, Siakam with it. Pascal pulls up. Almost. That was almost a nice move. Oh, John Tory stepped down. I'm seeing Lord 2 Senpai mention that in the chat. I don't know enough details to comment on it. Oh, nice move. Siakam goes straight to the rim, gets the lay-in. That was a beautiful little entry pass there by Fred VanVleet. I don't even know how to describe that play there. It wasn't a give and go, but it kind of felt like it. Burks hits the three. Here we go. VanVleet is fouled. He'll be going to the line to shoot two. Hey, we got the AJ Show Orlando Magic fan tuning in. Okay. I gotta ask, how come you guys didn't put in a high offer for Fred VanVleet? You could have had him. A lot of people in the chat upset about that. I did find it kind of confusing that Orlando was the team that wanted Fred though. AJ, you can comment on this, but you guys have a lot of guards already with Fultz, Cole Anthony, Suggs. Definitely missing a couple others too, but already some starting guards. Where was the allure around Fred VanVleet? I mean, you guys are a young group too. I'm curious. And yeah, the AJ show saying you guys are going for the play-in with you guys not doing anything at the trade deadline. I suppose so. I think that's the only conclusion we have to come to. It's not a conclusion a lot of us agree with, but yeah, Masai Ujiri didn't like the trade offers that were coming back in for his players, decided, okay, well, we still have a decent team that's underperformed. I'm going to package it back all up, get in Jakob Poeltl to help, and try to make a push for the 8, maybe the 7 seeds. So yes, that is currently the decision that was made. But the AJ show, are you guys trying to make a run into the play-in tournament as well? And I mean, obviously, you guys are doing decent in the standings right now, but what are your thoughts there for season's plans for the Magic? Are you guys trying to make a bit of a run for it and go first round, see if you guys can get to the second? Where is the aspirations right now for the Magic from your perspective? Okay, so call reversed. It's going to be jump ball. Isaiah Livers found innocent of fouling Fred Van Vliet. Isaiah Stu beats Chris Boucher there for that jump ball. Raps only up by, oh, the scoreboard's ahead. I hate when that happens. All right, so I just assume they hit a 3 here. Bogdanovich. There you go. Yo, what is Cade wearing? That's kind of sick. It's like a massive purple hoodie. But the design looked cool. I want to see that again. Siakam fighting for the loose ball, and they're going to... There we go. Call foul against Detroit. We're in the bonus, so we should be shooting a couple free throws. So a growing in chemistry year right now for the Orlando Magic. AJ's saying wants to, well, for sure thinks they'll be in the playoffs and wants to get some good experience from there. So, hey, kudos to that. I actually think the Raptors might be in a little bit of a similar boat where at this point, the most they can get out of this season is having this group develop and like want to play together a bit more. And if that means going on a bit of a first round playoff run, then so be it. Let's try to push for it. But yeah, best of luck to the Magic this season too. Not too good of luck, but you guys do have an exciting group there. I'm a huge fan of Paulo Banchero. I think he's awesome. For what? What was that call? What did the Raptors just get called on? There we go, Chris Boucher. You're ooh. That was insane. Chris Boucher, massive Euro step, big time leaps, and gets the two-handed flush. That was wild. Wow. Full court transition. Wow. That's really impressive. Isaiah Stewart gets tapped away by Thad Young. He's so good with that. Malachi throws it down low to Chris Boucher, and they're going to say a kick ball. Side of the bounds for the Raptors. Tough. Scotty Barnes turns it over. That was a good look, but pass got there a second late. Oh, Chris Boucher almost flying back in for that putback. Can't get there, though. There we go. Burks steps out of bounds. Scotty Barnes takes the ball right from him, ready to go. Oh, Thad. Man, Stewart's huge. This guy's built. Is Cade actually rocking a Raptors bench or a Raptors coat on the bench? Nah, it's just purple. Like there'd be no way. Offensive foul with Scotty Barnes with the push off. That is a cool jacket. Okay, it's not the hoodie is nothing Raptors related, but it's cool. I like it. Oh wow, Burks, the nice move and gets it to go. Fred felt like he was fouled on that shot. Not going to be called. All right, we go to the fourth quarter, up by 7 points currently. Could be worse. Went on some good runs there. Surprising we haven't really blown the doors off this game yet, but oh. Well, guys, does anyone have some interesting bets going down for the Super Bowl? Any bold predictions? What color is the Gatorade going to be? I saw there was a bet out as well on who Rihanna could have with her at halftime. So she could bring out some of the names were David Guetta, surprisingly. I guess she has a big song with him. I don't know. Drake, Jay-Z. I don't even think ASAP was an option. But yeah, or there was also an option for no one else to be coming out with her. But you can bet on anything. That's the point, guys. You can bet on absolutely anything. So I bet Drake because I know Drake's performing right now. Where is it? In Arizona, he was performing like last night, which means he's in town, which leads me to believe he could be brought out. You know that ASAP Rocky would be royally pissed. They have a bet about Rihanna's eyeshadow. Oh my god. You can bet on anything. But hey, if you're going to be betting, bet at the Cool Bet Sportsbook. Pop open the description of this video. You'll find a link to Cool Bet where you can sign up completely free. Cool Bet is regulated in Ontario, available across Canada. My favorite sportsbook to use. Guys, go check it out. There we go. Okay, I don't think Pascal meant to do that on purpose. I do not think he meant to do that on purpose. That worked out so well. That was a beautiful play. You might not believe this. I did the white chocolate pass successfully in a scrimmage the other day, and it was a dart of a pass. I wish I had it filmed. It's the first time I've ever done it in my life. Joseph offloads it there to Duren. Duren gets blocked. All right, Thad Young with it over there to Siakam. Wraps up 12. Pascal, mid range. Gets it. There we go. Beautiful shot by him. 14-point lead right now for Toronto. Oh, Burks is fouled shooting a three. Oh, Trae Young, probable today, supposed to play. Jay's asking, what's good, Josh? Still no box score. I can pull up a separate box score, but I need to go to a different scene. So, like, I would do it when there's not a play going on right now. But yeah, no, I built it out so I can do that. We were going through a few different things. We were using Chat GPT and stuff. It's the exact same transition screen that I use for the box score. Right now, I will just sort of read out the box score to everyone. It's easier than like putting it into a new scene, but I do have that ability now. So at halftime, 100% can chef it up. Poeltl, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Precious Achiuwa, 5 points, 10 boards, 1 assist. And in terms of defensive stats, I should point out Jakob Poeltl has 3 blocks and 2 steals. Really good defensive night here, only 21 minutes played. Van Vliet, 29 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. He's got a block as well. Siakam, 23, 4 and 4. He's got 2 blocks. Scotty Barnes, 15, 3 and 2. He's got a steal. Thad Young, 2 and 3. Boucher, 7 and 4 with a really nice dunk. He's also got 1 steal and 2 blocks. Shout out Chris Boucher. Malachi Flynn, 2, 1 and 1. You know, could be better for Malachi, but all around, we're having a pretty good team effort right now. Got a super chat coming in from Tom Moreau saying, "Welcome to the Raptors, Joe. Take a seat." Yeah, welcome to the team, Wheezy. Maybe you'll get in once every 5 games for some little bit of garbage time. That would be such a Messiah thing to do. Sign this guy up to just literally never use him. Oh, Brandon, talk about the Super Bowl all you want. Go off, brother. Go off. It's just a Sunday. I'm out here feeling sleepy. Plus, man, the Raptors confuse me. I've been saying this all year long, but they confuse me. I think we're back into the point where I'm cheering for them to be winning. But it's just still been a weird season. A lot of mixed emotions here. Yes, even Allen's like, why would you guys want the Raptors to win? I thought tanking so you get a good draft pick. We're all confused here. I wanted to tank until the trade deadline when Masai decided to do nothing other than actually buy a new prospect or pretty prospect, a new player to plug in. We were buyers, not sellers, which was really confusing. Oh no, the Timberlake take was funny. I think I might be getting a little sick. I think that might be the issue as well. My girlfriend's sick right now. All right, jump ball. 1 there by Detroit. Jalen Duren, I think is the proper way to say it. Right on cue with a huge dunk. He's real good. And he's so young too. Like, he's one of the youngest players in the NBA. Like a top 3 youngest guy. And someone said, what, he had like a 30 piece with like 17 boards the other night? This guy's going to be insane. Flynn misses that shot. That turns into a full court transition opportunity for Diallo, who gets a bucket. Wraps up by 10. Tom Moreau says, listen, adding Poeltl helps the D, helps the isolation plays, helps the bench. So Masai made 3 moves. That's one way to look at it. That is one way to look at it. Michael Avers saying Adrian Griffin is doing a better job than Nick Nurse with rotations, and he should be our head coach. I wouldn't say, look, out of all, if we were to be head coachless right now, I think Adrian Griffin deserves the job. But I'm not quite ready to fire a Nick Nurse to make it happen yet. Laura 2 Senpai saying Jakob Poeltl. Okay, that's actually hilarious. Have you guys seen the Game of Thrones spoof Game of Zones that Bleacher Report did for the year that the Raptors traded away DeMar DeRozan? It has to be one of the funniest, most clever clips I've ever seen Bleacher Report put together. You guys gotta check that out. That's a good point, actually. Mac for a better tomorrow said, "Why the Pistons got Wiseman makes no sense when they have Duran. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, and Duran is like already a much better prospect than James Wiseman. No, I don't know if I'd say like a ton better, but like better for sure. I gotta look up where Jalen Duran got drafted originally. One sec. So he was picked 13th overall, and he got drafted. He got drafted to the Hornets. Wait, but the Knicks are involved with this. Yeah, it's a three-way deal: Knicks, Hornets, Pistons. But he was originally drafted to, I believe, the Hornets. Good on Detroit flying in there, man. Duran's nasty. Oh, wow. That was nasty. Oh, Siakam. That was a beautiful shot there. Taking the spin move to a whole new level. The spin move J. The spin move fadeaway J. That is brand new. Diallo spotting that shot up. That was not hard to hit. Completely open. Delano Banton kicking it back out there to Siakam. Banton for three. Doesn't get it, but Chris Boucher, nice weak side offensive rebound, pulls it out, jacks up a three of his own, misses. It's just me or is Corey Joseph? Nah, he's all right. I was going to say, is Lily put on a little bit of weight? It's not bad, though. It's not bad. It's really not even that noticeable. It's a little bit of baby fat at most. All right, hits the second. Ooh, Flynn blocked by Duran. Or no, by Diallo. My bad. Bogdanovich. Cross court pass. That was nice to Corey Joseph, who misses that. Barnes overran that rebound a little bit, and Diallo gets to the rim. What does Diallo average in terms of points? I'm really curious. Someone let me know in the chat. We're only up by 5 right now. 2 possession game. Oh, good job by Thad Young tapping that back up and in, getting the bucket off the miss. Ooh, Duran misses that shot. Good defense there by the Raps. Malachi for 3. There we go. That was a gutsy shot. If he missed that, that would have been really bad. Just a dumb shot to take, to be honest, but he pulled up and hit it. Corey Joseph using that free hand a little bit, but no offensive foul call. He gets the bucket. Okay, so Blake B plays saying 8.5 for Diablo. For Diablo. Malachi thought about the three there. Kicks it back out. Delano for three. Misses that. Offensive rebound. Tracked down by Malachi Flynn. Great hustle. And we see Jakob, Siakam, and Fred about to check back in, I believe. All right, Scotty at the line. Hits the first. There we go. Bogdanovich misses that. Rebound for Precious. He's already got like 11 or 12 boards. Ooh, there we go. He's going to go to the line as well. There we go. Some back-to-back aggressive takes there by Scotty Barnes and Precious. That was nice. Just some bully ball. Go in, draw the contact. Putting Jaden Ivey in the weight room. Scotty Barnes fell a little awkwardly there, but he's looking to be okay. Ooh, yes. Okay, you got to get Scotty off the court. Wow, okay, Scotty's like full on limping. He was a moment ago. Let's see if he's all right. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. There we go. Fred VanVleet knocking down a three. Okay, Scotty doesn't... Okay, he looks okay. He looks okay. If he told coach he can stay in, he's all right. We go. Good job by Scotty Barnes. Contest and the long defensive rebound. Nice. Wow. Precious Achiuwa can just like levitate. When he takes off, he's got so much power, but still a good degree of body control. Brandon Tulsing, Scotty's always limping. WTF. I swear he is too. He's got like that awkward walk about him. He does it kind of similar to someone. Who else does that? Zion. Let's be real. Zion and Scotty both have that kind of like limpy, strong. I don't even know how to describe it. But you guys get what I'm saying? Is that a fair comparison? The way that Zion just like limps around out there to Scotty. They do that kind of hobble, even when they're just fine. Can't be the only one seeing that. Did you guys see that Drake did that interview with Caleb Presley, I believe, of Barstool Sports? They do the Sunday conversation, which is just like, it can be kind of funny. It can be kind of funny. I'll give it credit. It's sort of a weird concept, but he just like tries to trip out his hosts a bunch. It's like being on an interview with Theo Vaughn, but like on crack. Um, so it's that kind of style. And then Drake went on today with Adonis, and they did a joint interview. It's pretty funny. You guys should go check it out. I don't know what I think about Theo Vaughn yet. Don't know if I'm a fan of the comedy. Oh wow, what a move there! Wraps up by 11. Offload to Jakob. Siakam with it now. Ooh, nice mid range there by Pascal. That's so BS. There's no way. I'm not gonna freak out about it, but there's no way. Jakob played that perfectly. Like actually perfectly. Blake B plays asking, is Trent Jr. injured? Yeah, he's sidelined for I don't know what the reason is, but I guess tweaked something a little bit. It wouldn't be anything too serious. Yeah, calf strain. Scotty, step back. What got called there? Foul on Achua. All right. Fred in mid-range. There we go. Hits the shot. 110 to 99. All right, fouled out Jakob, I believe. First time he fouls out this season. Second game with the Raptors. I like the hustle, though. I mean, he's got some good defensive stats tonight. 2 steals, 3 blocks. Fred misses the shot. 110 to 101. Oh, wow. I thought Achua got up there to block it, but somehow still gets the bucket as Bogdanovic. It's 110 to 103 with just over 2 minutes to go, so game is not finished yet. DRX is saying there is something wrong about the Raptors defense if Poeltl fouls out. There might be. All right, guys. What should I order for dinner? It's that time of the stream where I punch in an order. Getting some interesting feedback in the chat. We got wings, Korean food, fish tacos, poke bowl, burritos, or Greek food. Okay, that's a fire suggestion by 5-Piece Poet. Burritos or Greek food, somewhat healthy, still good. That might be the winner. Siakam with it, driving in. Oh, okay, he's fouled though. All right, Siakam with the line, shoots his first, misses that. That was a bad miss, man. Oh, Pascal. Order a Raptor on the rocks. Okay, now we're talking, Paul. Now we're talking. Okay, hits his second. Wow, man. Jaden Ivey just explosive to the rim. Caught Scotty Barnes sleeping. That was impressive. Got to give kudos there. Scotty. There we go. Scotty Barnes hits a big three. 114 to 105. Oh, man. Bogdanovich has been hot right now. Yeah, so it's a two-possession game. 6-point lead for the Raptors. Let's see. They can still cover my spread that I got as my cool bet sponsored play of the day. Let's see. Oh, wow. That was beautiful. Precious Achiuwa off the dribble, twisting and turning, getting to the bucket and scoring. They're going to call Fred on fouling Trey Burks there on the three-point shot. What the heck? All right. That was dope. Good job by Precious. 10 points, 11 rebounds. Precious is playing solid. There we go. Okay. Wraps up by 6. They're going for the steal. Scotty Barnes with it. Ooh, unfortunately turns it over there. Burks out there to Jaden Ivey. Sidestep 3. Hits it. Timeout taken. Adrian Griffin. Oh, man. Diesel saying Raps for the 4th seed. I'm with you, bro. Let's go. We're not going to lose another game the rest of the season. Tom, you can hit a 51 to 1 or a 51 to 1 play if you get a draw here. Man, this guy's always throwing down the draw bets. I love it. Juju Smith-Schuster, what are you wearing right now? A kilt? What possessed an NFL player to wake up this morning and put that on before his game? Like what? What came over you to make that decision? Bro. Tyler Hero listed as questionable today for the Heat. We go. Isaiah Livers fouls Fred VanVleet. He'll be going to the line. All right, a little bit of a box score recap right now. VanVleet 34, 3 and 8. He's been in his bag recently. Got to shout him out. Been doing so much better. 28, 4 and 6 for Siakam. He's got 2 blocks to go with it. Scotty Barnes 24 and 3. 7 of 10 or from the free throw line, 5 of 6 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range. Impressive, and he's got a steal to go with it. He's had a really good game. Thad Young, 4, 5, and 2. Flynn, 5, 2, and 1. There we go. It's a two-possession game with 7.1 seconds left. So I'm probably going to be ending up signing off. I do want to comment on something. I see Scotty was highly efficient. He definitely was efficient. But, man, like the 4 turnovers and 5 personal fouls, if he can clean that up a little bit, he's going to be a star. He's going to be a star. So, no, great performance for Scotty Barnes. That's the only kind of like bone I have to pick with his stat line tonight. Otherwise, man, he's got to keep balling out, doing his thing. Jakob Poeltl fouls out tonight. That is a weird one. Not too worried about it. He's acclimating himself to our system. He still ended up getting two steals and 3 blocks, which is awesome. 3 of 5 from the floor. Like, no real issues with Jakob tonight. He's going to get better and better as time goes on. But, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not yet, check out the description of this video, and you can sign up for the CoolBet Sportsbook. So go check that out. Always appreciate the love and support. You guys are the best, and I will see you for our next game.